Hey, welcome Bulldog fans to week 3 of the Coach's Couch. I'm with Chad Collins. I'm with Coach Jon Adkins. My name's Dan Waldinger. But before we get started,
you going to say it before I'm going to say it?
Did you notice
why would you
they
wear that
win one game?
Why would you wear that in public?
Where was that hat last week?
Hold on. I actually have a reason for this. So if you could just settle down, Francis, we'll get to that.
I'm waiting.
Okay, well, you led me into it.
It's your fault.
I actually wore this for a very specific reason. First of all, this
is forever.
18 years old. I got this at the first next Nick Saban game.
Oh, this is where he proves his loyalty to the Tide.
There's a segue, so just shut up, Dan. When you're a fan, you're always a fan, whether they're winning or losing.
But he only wore
one. After 72-0, exactly. It shows up.
He didn't wear it when they lost.
Well, you notice I haven't thrown this hat away.
All right, we got to go, guys.
Okay, Coach's Couch. Hey, presented by Fisher National Bank, our title sponsor. Shout out to Fisher National Bank, always stepping up for this community. And they step up in a big way being the title sponsor for the Coach's Couch. We've got a lot to cover tonight, Coach. We've got to talk a little bit about last week with the Morris home game, Dogapalooza. We'll break that down in our next segment, but we've got a special announcement tonight over at Frank Dutton Field. Go ahead and tell the viewers what happened.
Just got a text from Mike Orton at This Week in Bulldog Athletics, so shout out to Mike. But the girls flag football varsity team got the 22-14 victory over Kankakee.
Let's
go.
go.
Shout out to those girls. And their home opener at Frank Dutton Field and got the W. So awesome job and congrats to them and the coaching staff.
Yeah, let's hear it. Historical win. History was made.
Love it.
Yeah. So shout out to that women's flag football program. They're on the up and up. They avenged the first loss that they had against Kankakee. And I believe they won a couple games this weekend, didn't they?
They did. Went 2-0 at the Richwoods Jamboree, beating Richwoods, and then before that, the close win that they had there against Central, I believe.
I'm not sure, but the coach Garth Shonauer are doing a great job getting those girls ready to play. So let's get right to tackle football and the boys here. Let's talk a little bit about Morris. Chad, you want to lead us on that?
Okay, several things to ask you, Coach. The score last week, obviously, 33-14. Number one, was there anything that surprised or shocked you that you hadn't anticipated going into that game?
I don't think surprised. We knew that they were a good ball club. We had talked last week about how good their quarterback was. And that first touchdown pass that he threw on the rope right over Colin Hammerschmidt's shoulder, I mean, honestly, that's really good coverage for a sophomore who was kind of in phase, and the kid just kind of fit it, on a line to his wide out there. I thought he was really impressive. He threw that deep ball and then the dropped touchdown later on that I thought were both great passes. The one time that they ran the little belly play and he rode that kid all the way into the end zone before deciding to pull it. He's a special player. I think he absolutely was as advertised. If there was one thing that maybe surprised or shocked me a little bit is probably how aggressive they were defensively. That's something that was hard to tell on film. Again, it being only week 2, we only got 1 week's worth of film, and that was against DeKalb. DeKalb did a lot of spread stuff. They got the kid that's going to Illinois, who again, did some different things with him and whatnot. But I thought Morris did a really good job defensively of filling and playing really physical in the box as far as their defense is concerned. So that maybe, I guess, was a shocker or a surprise.
Tell me 2 things you learned about your team in that game last week.
Well, I learned that no matter what, and I think we all knew this, but it was great to see it again. No matter what, we're not ever going to quit, and we're not ever going to give up. We have a great group of kids that even there in the second half, when we had a couple turnovers and kind of felt deflated at times, our defense would turn right around and get a big stop, and then our offense would come back out, with some decent momentum and a couple big passes to Jackson Golden, down the sideline on either side, that kind of helped, get that momentum turned back around. And, again, hats off to our kids for not ever quitting and giving up. You get yourself in a situation, where it's 33-7, ended up 33-14. Like, we never quit. We stayed with it, continued to try to get better. We just made too many mistakes. And I told you guys this at the end of the game. When you're playing a great team like Morris is, you can't beat yourself. You have to focus on beating them. And unfortunately, I felt like we made too many mistakes that beat ourselves. And again, on both sides of the ball, whether it was the turnovers or the penalties on offense, and then certainly the kind of misassignments or blown coverages here and there on defense, you just can't do that when you face a team like Morris. There's literally no room for error. And I felt like we made too many of those. So
it seemed to be like in the second half, it turned into a mental game, right? And we talked about it on Bulldog TV. That interception, I think it was late third quarter, you could see the spirits of the team kind of lift up and recharged them. That kind of speaks to the just don't quit, play everything to the whistle, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And again, that's a credit to our seniors, to our leaders as a whole, and to all of our kids. They knew that things didn't necessarily go the way that we wanted them to, and it's very easy, whether it's kids today in society or just in general, it's very easy to get down on the negatives. And I felt like our kids did a really good job of battling through that, finding the positives, and then when the positives did happen, embracing that and like you said, celebrating and getting that trying to get that momentum back. And like I said, not giving up, not quitting, and scoring that touchdown at the end of the game there. Unfortunately, it felt very similar to a few years ago when we played Morris at their place. Again, you just can't make those type of mistakes and that many mistakes when you play a good team like that.
Coach, real quick, Chad, you talked at halftime, I remember something you said that you thought maybe that the Dogapalooza and the distractions for a lot of these new guys was maybe a little overwhelming for them, and they didn't fire off like you wanted them to because of some of that. What did you talk about this week with those guys? Maybe it's a grow-up game.
Honestly, I'm glad we got Dogapalooza out of the way. As bad as that sounds, but and I guess maybe more so, I'm glad that we got our first home game out of the way. Again, I felt our kids, especially on the defensive side of the ball, when we were as young as we are, we played rattled. And I'll take the heat for that. I didn't have our kids prepared to play settled down and focused football, and a lot of them were excited, running through the tunnel for the first time ever underneath the Friday night lights, and I felt like our youth showed in that first half, and we made some really good halftime adjustments, settled the kids down, and again, I felt, especially defensively, they did settle down in the second half, and ultimately played a really good second half of football on that side of the ball. I wish we would have started the game that way, so I am glad that we kind of got that out of the way and got our feet wet at home, so to speak. So hopefully we don't have those jitters, I guess, first home game jitters anymore when we return back to Frank Tutt.
Yeah, because every Friday at home's a big night, whether it's senior night or homecoming night or whatever it is. So it's good to get that out of the way for the young guys.
Absolutely.
One last question about kind of last week, this week, before we transition into, the Sycamore game. Has there been any signs of like, okay, it didn't go our way, the game is actually a lot physical, but it's tons mental. Yes. Have there been any ripple effects in practice that are kind of hangovers from that game, or how has this week's practice gone going into Sycamore?
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
Thank you.
If we rewind to the week of practice that we had preparing for Morris, I felt like our energy both Tuesday and Wednesday during practice was through the roof, even after a close loss to Morton. And that's hard to do. Again, when you suffer a loss on the road and it being, a one-score game going for two, didn't get it, to be able to bounce back the way that we did, I was really proud of our kids and our leaders as a whole. I think this week you saw some humility, and we got humbled, from a standpoint of when our quarterback says to our program, this is the first time we've been 0-2 since 2020. That speaks volumes, and we're not used to this. And again, Tuesday's practice, I think it showed with our attitude and our effort. Tonight was the icing on the cake. This was one of the best practices I've ever been a part of. I mean, we flat got after it. We practiced like we were 0-2, and I mean that in a good way, meaning we came out incredibly hungry, and the kids want success, and they're starting to figure out and know and do what it takes to get that. I don't know what the outcome of Friday is going to be, but I know that we're on the right track, and I know that if we continue to have practices like we had tonight, there's no doubt in my mind that Friday is going to be a great performance by our kids, and certainly moving forward, the sky's the limit for this group, because like you said, we continue to grow up, and it is each and every day. It's not only the games that the fans get to see, it's every single day at practice. We're learning. We're asking questions in the film room at 4 o'clock about what this kid is or why did he do this. And we're always finding a way to learn and get better. And when you can have a team that's that hungry to want to learn and get better, again, you're only going to keep striving, for the top and keep climbing that ladder. And certainly I felt like this week we did that, and we took another step in the right direction.
Speaking of hungry, you picked a couple big boys for your player guest tonight. I'm sure could eat a Yoyos. We're live at Yoyo every Wednesday at 7:30, except next week, Coach. We've got a bye week for the coach's couch. We're taking a bye week. I don't have any good excuse for you other than
the parade, the homecoming parade.
Yeah, the homecoming parade. But everybody should be at that anyway, in my opinion. So, regardless, we've got a lot ahead of us, but before we get to a break, we want to talk about Sycamore. This is a segment we call Friday Focus. If you're out there and you're looking for a way to give back to the community, we're looking for sponsors. Like us, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Look us up, Coach's Couch _Mahomet. And if you're not a sponsor and you're just watching, make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow on all your devices. Tell all your friends, tell your family. I'm sure RZ will probably pay you in stickers if you like, follow, and subscribe. So
you only have to subscribe on one device and you just follow.
I think there's people have different profiles.
Oh, I understand.
So and different, but thank you, Chad, for that. Let's move on to Sycamore, Coach. The Sycamore comes in 1-1. We go up there. They beat a really good DeKalb team, and they lost to a super good Moline team. Talk about, they're obviously in that same conference with Morris. What's it, the Interstate 8? Yeah. So a really, really competitive conference, big rivals with Morris. So what do you know about Sycamore? What are we up against here?
Well, I'll tell you this is what I know, and this is what I told the kids. We talked about how Morris was kind of favored to be in the state title game in Class 4A. Sycamore's favored to be up there in Class 5A. There's no doubt they were preseason ranked. They went 11-1 last year. Their only loss being in that quarterfinal game. They're not used to losing. It's not what they do in the town of Sycamore. So the fact that they are coming off of a loss, which we can talk more about here in a second, their kids are going to be fired up and ready to go. Because, again, that just doesn't happen in that town. So they get to go back home, invite us up there on the long bus ride. We're taking a couple charters because it's such a long trip. We'll get out halfway, stretch our feet, do a little walkthrough, and then get ready to go play another 4-quarter physical football game. I told our kids they remind me of Morris in so many ways. I actually think they're a little bit more athletic than Morris. I think Morris was more of a downhill in your face team, And these guys can certainly do that as well, but they also have the athletes that can get you on the edge as well. So we got our hands full, and we know that. I'm glad we got to play Morris last week as kind of like a prep game for this, if you will. We know what we're up against. We've seen it. A lot of same type of formations you'll see. Or that you saw against Morris, you'll see again this Friday against Sycamore, and it's a tough place to play. There's no doubt about it. But again, I'm excited for the opportunity and our kids. I know again that we had another great week of practice. I felt like we corrected a lot of our mistakes from that Morris game, and if we can go up there and again be focused and disciplined and play sound football, I really like our chances because I love what we're doing on offense and how we continue to grow there, and I love the personnel changes that we've made on defense, and again how we are continuing to grow up on that side of the ball. So I love our kids. I love the opportunity. I'm excited for the opportunity this Friday. We know the challenge at hand, but again, I feel like we're prepared and ready to go.
And Coach, in all your years of coaching, do you find sometimes it's easier to focus when you're on the road, and it's us against them with certain teams? Is that fair to say?
It takes away a lot of the distractions. Outside of your probably close family members and then the cheerleaders. Outside of that, it's really just us. It's not all the other little kids playing football behind the stands and the band there, and right, we could go on and on. So to your point, yes, I feel like the distractions are limited more when we're on the road. This will be a little bit of a distraction, just because it's a charter bus and not a school bus. And my favorite thing to tell the kids is, this isn't a field trip. This is a business trip, and we have business to take care of. So as long as we can continue to hit that message home to our kids, our young kids, then again, when we get off the bus, we're going to be ready to play 4 quarters of physical football.
Yeah, so on a charter bus, do you assign seats or do you let them pick seats? Do you care?
I let them pick. I have one rule on any bus. I don't care if it's yellow or charter or whatever. We will absolutely be silent. There is no talking. You better turn your music on or take a nap or look at your scouting report, but we're going to be getting focused and ready to play. Again, it's a business trip, not a field trip. That's one of my messages that I strive to hit home.
Well, it's funny you say there's a lot of studies about kids on their phones not being focused and prepared for games. You can look that up, Chad. I know you're big on the internet these days.
The World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web. So I like that approach, Coach.
Just to be clear, if someone wasn't quiet on the bus, what happens?
They would hear my stern voice, and they don't want that to happen. They know better. Again, I've said this a million times, and I'll continue to say it. I've been to a few different stops now along my career, and we have great kids. We have great kids that have been raised well, and they are respectful, and they know if I say stop talking, they will stop talking. And again, that's a credit to their parents and how they were raised. And so the issues or problems that I deal with are trust me when I say, much less here than they've been at some other places. So again, because of the kids and honestly the leadership that we have too, most of the times it gets taken care of before I even get to it. And that's a credit to our seniors and our leaders. The best teams are the player-led teams. And when a player is addressing another kid, holding them accountable for being quiet on a bus, and the coach doesn't have to, that's when you're going to be pretty successful.
And that's a great segue. Speaking of great parents, we've got a couple of great parents here. They're also couch sponsors, Alex and Amy Giorgio. We've got a great parent in Jodi O'Malley who's – let's hear for the okay, just one clap for George. One clap for George. There's 2 more claps for George. But we've also got Jodi O'Malley as sponsor of our next segment, great parent. And I got to shout out to our couch sponsors, Lee and Peyton Zerusin. If you want to be a sponsor on Bulldog TV, this is Coach's Couch. Ryan, my apologies.
They don't have stickers there, do they?
No, they don't, but they do want sponsors. But we're talking about Coach's Couch tonight. If you want to be a sponsor, hit up RZ at the Coach's Couch on Instagram or Facebook, or just find his email on the World Wide Web. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about those sponsors, and then we'll be back with some coaches on the Coach's Couch.
Coach's Couch is proudly brought to you by our 2025 sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Fisher National Bank. Segment sponsors, Jodi O'Malley with J Collective Homes. This week in Bulldog Athletics and the Bulldog Gridiron Club. A big thank you to our couch sponsors, Alex and Amy Giorgio, Lee and Peyton Zaruzin, and a special shout out to our 2025 Sticker Club. Thanks for repping the couch. These businesses, supporters, and fans make it possible for us to bring you Bulldog football all season long. Thank you for supporting the couch. And go Bulldogs!
Better banking is about more than just money. It's about people. Fisher National Bank is locally owned community bank serving all of Mahomet Seymour. We're your friends and neighbors who take a vested interest in the Mahomet area. Last year alone, Fisher National volunteered over 750 hours of community service. Fisher National Bank is in your corner by investing in the people we serve. Learn more about us at fishernational.com or come see us in Mahomet on Oak Street. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus, enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Hey Bulldog Nation, the Couch Sticker Club is here. For just $5, you can rep the couch and help us keep the show rolling. DM us or swing by Yoyo's during a show to get yours. Join the club, rep the couch.
Hey, welcome back, Bulldog fans, to the Coach's Couch. We're live, Alex, so get your mic ready. This is our favorite segment. Well, every segment's our favorite, I think.
No, I think this is the favorite.
No, this is? All right. This is called Chalk Talk, and it's presented by Jodi O'Malley with J Collective Homes. And I stress the J in Collective Homes because I apologize to Jodi and her team. I've been missing the J. So now we have to remember the J. It's Jodi O'Malley with J Collective Homes, our Chalk Talk sponsor. This is where we have a couple coaches from the staff. And we are really pleased to have Alex Giorgio here, one of our couch sponsors, but also our linebackers coach, Blake Begner, over there to Chad's side. He coaches the DBs. So let's get right into it. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You know the routine. You've been here before.
Yep, that's right.
We'll have an opportunity to roast JA at the end, so be thinking about any way you could embarrass him. We can do that anytime during this segment. But first, let's talk football. Coach Alex, or you want Alex?
Can I just start off with a general question?
Yeah, go for it.
We talked to a lot of coaches throughout the program, throughout the year. And the one thing that keeps coming up is that the two of you are always at each other's throat, belly aching and yipping and yapping. What is the main point of contention between the two of you?
I'll take this one. He's very cocky. He doesn't listen to a word I say. He's really cocky on it. Something about his face, too. There's a lot of things that just really get me going when Blake's out there.
Are you talking about Coach Atkins or Blake?
No, this
guy.
guy.
I thought this was the roast of Jon Adkins. So those describe him very well. No, me and George get along just fine. Not coaching JV together anymore has relieved a little bit of stress out of our lives. We used to go out a little bit. It's a lot of time together. You're going on a bus to Morris or Olympia, and it's hard to be around George for such a long time. He's a very moody guy, but we came up with the 5 C's of communication recently. And
let's hear them. Let's hear them.
Yeah, go ahead and name those off, George. You got them?
No, communicate. There's 5 of them.
Maybe there's just 1 C to the communication thing.
Okay.
He invented it, so.
Yeah, I did.
We won't.
He just says communication 5 times.
I did do a presentation on the 5 C's, but I really can't remember the 5 C's.
Yeah, you're on the spot. It's live.
Kind of went out the window.
It's live. Yeah. That's fine. So we were hoping that you guys could do the Step Brothers pose before we leave here live.
Well, that'd be a great team.
For the viewers. We'll get back to that. But let's talk about football again. Talk about your role and what's your favorite part of the role that you have as a coach for this Bulldog program?
Well, I mean, my role's pretty simple. I get the middle linebacker, so I don't deal with a bunch of kids, and it allows me to coach more. I mean, more dialed in. He's a great kid too. I have a bunch of great kids, but having one position's pretty easy, to be honest with you. I can really focus, and he can focus a lot more coaching. So.
Love that. And who's your middle linebacker? Shout him out.
Back.
Thank you.
Number 22.
Oh boy.
We
Number 1 in your hearts,
last
number
week.
22 in your programs.
He's back.
He's back.
We just got louder over there. Chad, you got anything for
turn
Blake?
it down, Ryan. I don't want to have to cut the speaker. Blake, question for you.
Gotcha.
This was something I was thinking about last week where Morris just ran. How boring is that as a DB coach when a lot of the play is happening in the box and not really out in the field in the exterior?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough job for our safeties because a lot of the time it's run. We've seen that the last couple weeks, and going into this week it's going to be the same thing. You really got to be disciplined to read your keys because you know that pass is coming eventually. But I was impressed with our guys of reading their keys and really fitting the run. I think Bradley Jones, we'd prefer if he didn't have 10 tackles as a safety coming down. But I was happy to see that they're able to stick their nose in there and come down and play the run. But to your point, I mean, it's definitely not an easy job to stay disciplined on every single snap because, again, you know that pass is going to be coming eventually and you got to be ready for it. That's your one job. So. Again, the next couple weeks, maybe after this week, we'll get our chance to fly around and play some more pass against the teams we got coming up. So we'll be excited for that, but we're still focused on this week.
And I'm not sure whose call this is, but I was also thinking about this last week because Morris, they played super, super shallow backs and safeties. When you're playing a run-heavy team, who's making the call? Are you playing soft? Are you playing up to defend against that run?
Yeah, I think we switched it up a little bit during halftime to roll the safeties down a little bit more. It's kind of more of a game plan thing depending on what they do out of certain formations and things like that. So I'd just say it's a game plan thing.
And George, I got a question for you. You've got a player that's coming next on our show that you live with. You know him well. Obviously, that's an awesome dynamic for you. Talk about what does that look like at home? Do you guys talk a lot of football with Josh at home in the house, or do you leave football at football?
Honestly, knowing Josh very well, football stays at football. We don't really talk about it at home. I mean, most times him and Bo are lined up. I might talk a little crap during practice, but we leave football. It's probably better for everybody if we just.
Yeah, no, that's respectful. Yeah, because it's hard to do when you want to rehash the game, and I'm sure Josh does too at times. And we'll get to him next on the show. But I was curious how that dynamic looked. You got anything for Blake, or you want me to keep going?
To know, we couldn't see it from the booth, but who was the DB that picked off the interception in the third quarter last week?
That was Pax.
It was. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. He's our one returner on the back end. So. A young group. Bradley Jones is a sophomore, and I feel like he answered the bell, the first couple of weeks, and he's got to keep doing that and growing up. And we had a couple other first-year starters. Pax is only a returner, so it's been an exciting group. I thought they've had the right attitude to keep growing and getting better. We just got to keep getting better and playing better football. So,
George, the tagline is "Raise the bar" this year, or whatever you call that, the motto, if you will. How do how do you challenge Bo, being a returner, a solid returner, to raise his level individually?
So I kind of hold Bo up. I hold him very accountable at practice. He might do something right, but I want it to be better because I know he is. He's got to take that leap, be a leader because he is a returning starter. So I'm just on him every play, just trying to get him to do a little bit better, pick up his teammates, and honestly just staying on him. That's how I'm trying to hold him accountable so he can raise the bar.
Yep. Last question, Blake, for you. You got a lot of players. Not all of them are on the field, right? Some are on the sidelines. Without naming names, is there somebody in that DB core that you're like, this kid is really good, but they just don't know it yet, and you spend extra time with them to help develop them and bring them up through the program?
Yeah, George is smiling. He's got an answer, too, for this one.
There you go, George.
I don't have an answer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great question. We definitely have some young talent behind the guys that you see on the field the last couple of weeks, and some guys that we're really excited about for sure. And I think to answer your question, it's bringing them in on our film study days that we do before practice and kind of, watching the guys that are on the field and learning from that. And then especially, even on the sideline, making sure that all of those younger guys are there in the tent and getting coached up and seeing the things that are happening on the field. So to kind of bring them along, and because I know there's definitely a few guys that we're really excited about and can't wait to see them play. So.
Guys, this RZ is really good at analytics. Apparently, he tells me that during this segment is the best time to mention that you can chime in on the chat and ask Coach questions at the end of the show.
There he is. He's swaying in the background.
The coaches and the kids are the most popular part of the show. So be proud of yourself. You're the most popular part of the show, not any other segment. And on that note, what do you have to say about your coach? Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to look that up while you're. You want to?
Go.
Yeah,
Can
go
I
for
say
it.
something about Jake?
Go for it.
He was awesome this summer, and he probably learned a lot going to team camp with us.
I feel like he did.
Jake was awesome.
Jake was awesome, but he probably learned a little bit inside.
And I hope he mentioned that we got our secret weapon this week, right? He's gonna be up there at Sycamore.
That's what I heard. I heard that.
Right.
I heard that the other night.
Hopefully he brings the good juju. We're ready to rock and roll.
Terrible at NCAA though.
He loved being around this group, and it definitely brought a different perspective
Sure.
as a coach over a player, and we'll get to that after the show. But no, this is your moment. I don't have the question, RZ, so you need to text it to me because I'm not. I guess I haven't liked, followed, or shared the Coach's Couch myself, and I need to do that. And if you have it at home, do that right now. Thank you. But while I'm looking that up, you got it, Chad? Sorry, my phone's deceiving me.
Oh, we already answered it. Oh, here. Oh, jeez. Okay, Eli
This is a
Dyer
live show.
says, who has been your favorite Dyer to coach? No.
All right, here it is.
You know what would be
Okay, I
helpful
got
if
it.
our executive producer would.
This is a
order
live
them
show.
in
This is
way
a
that
live
we
show.
could be
Hey,
in.
welcome. We're live at Yoyo's. Shout out to Yoyo's. Lucas Boston, thanks for hosting.
Terrible.
I got the question. This is for Coach Begner from Jake Waldinger.
Love it.
How much do you miss Coach Dinger on the sideline with you?
Miss him a ton. Can't wait to see him on Friday. We asked him to do a couple of things on the side the last couple of weeks, and guess that didn't work out too well. So hopefully he brings it this week, and we're ready to roll. So.
He actually said being around you guys, he thinks football more, but sometimes it slows him down when he's playing because he's thinking too much.
Yeah.
But on to the next segment, part of the Coach's Couch. Part of this segment is you guys get an opportunity, and I've been waiting for this. It's your mic to say what you want to say. Maybe you've got a story about Coach Adkins. Maybe you got a story about a player that's all PG, another coach. What do you got? Or maybe it's just a joke.
Let's just start here, Blake. Just go for it. Just rip it.
Yeah, well, John's mood's dependent on football a lot of the time, which in our world is dependent on high school kids. So you never know what you're going to get. Spin the wheel. So we've had a little thing this year where we give them a bunch of nicknames, and really use your imagination. A lot of these we can't use for TV, but whatever comes to your head, and you just put Johnny after it. So you got happy Johnny, mad Johnny, upset Johnny, sad Johnny. This weekend, I know he went home and made some chili. We called him Chili Johnny. He's a really good guy to work for, other than when he sends you a text message and you don't answer within 2 minutes. That's a little too long. You start getting the cricket emojis, and he gets all excited, and then you have 17 text messages and 3 phone calls. Within 2 minutes, it's amazing. He's amazing. Other than that, the only thing I can add to that is he tries to hang with me and George on the golf course. By the way, I'm like 7-0 against George this year, but John doesn't stand a chance. So me and George both, whoever John decides to be his partner, we usually beat him up pretty good on the course. So I just want to throw that out there and make sure everybody knows he's not very good at golf either.
And I think I heard from last year for the new viewers that you're the better quarterback. Is that right?
That's right. And I know I mentioned this last year, but we had a very good – my school is not very good at sports. We made it to the playoffs my junior year. We were very excited going into senior year, and then somebody decided to peace out, and things didn't go as great as we had hoped for senior year. So I guess things aren't all too bad. Ended up here back with them. But
Coach is pacing. We've done our job, and we're not even done yet. Alex hasn't even started.
So Blake hit a bunch of that stuff, but, to talk about John's athletic ability, there's no chance he was ever good at anything. He played scout quarterback. You just can't lose throwing a spiral. I can throw a spiral. But watching him today run from the offense to the defense, it was like Forrest Gump when his braces came off. You know what I mean?
We need it.
This may be the last coach.
This is the time we need another camera for Jay's face.
Painful. I wish I whipped my phone out, but I was locked in. But watching that run, that hurt me. So.
Hey, guys, could you stick around a little bit longer? I'm not sure where he went, but John left the building.
I think you guys should just do the show every week. Oh, boy. All right, that was fun. Well, John's going to have a chance to defend himself shortly. Guys, it's been awesome. We appreciate you coming. We appreciate all you do for the kids. We love your energy and excitement for this program, and most importantly, we love your humor.
Welcome back anytime, gentlemen.
Thanks for coming. We'll be right back on the Coach's Couch.
Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Coach's Couch is made possible by supporters like you. Don't have a business but still want to help? Become a couch sponsor and help us bring weekly coverage of Bulldog football all season long. Contact us at the information on your screen to join the team today.
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
Coach's Couch is proudly brought to you by our 2025 sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Fisher National Bank. Segment sponsors, Jodi O'Malley with J Collective Homes. This week in Bulldog Athletics and the Bulldog Gridiron Club. A big thank you to our couch sponsors, Alex and Amy Giorgio, Lee and Peyton Zaruzin, and a special shout out to our 2025 Sticker Club. Thanks for repping the couch. These businesses, supporters, and fans make it possible for us to bring you Bulldog football all season long. Thank you for supporting the couch. And go Bulldogs!
Better banking is about more than just money. It's about people. Fisher National Bank is locally owned community bank serving all of Mahomet Seymour. We're your friends and neighbors who take a vested interest in the Mahomet area. Last year alone, Fisher National volunteered over 750 hours of community service. Fisher National Bank is in your corner by investing in the people we serve. Learn more about us at fishernational.com or come see us in Mahomet on Oak Street. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Hey, welcome back, guys. We are at another favorite part of the show. It's called Inside the Huddle, presented by This Week in Bulldog Athletics. Mike Orton is our first sponsor ever on this show, and he is our segment sponsor. This is when we bring in players. Everybody loves this part of the show. If you love this part of the show, make sure you like, you comment, you share. We've got questions for these guys and the coach at the end, so be sure you put it in the chat right now while you're thinking of those questions. The harder ones are the ones that get read. The trickier ones are the ones that get read. The ones that embarrass coach will move right to the top. So make sure you put it in the chat. Let's get to it. Guys, I want you this week to introduce yourself, your position. That's it, and then we'll get going.
Yeah, I'm Josh Craig, senior, and I play center.
I'm Javon Tompkins. I'm a sophomore, and I play nose tackle.
All right, well, let's get this out of the way then. You guys are right across the ball from each other. Does this feel weird being this close? Or does it feel natural?
It feels natural.
Feels natural? Yeah. All right, you guys aren't going to start fighting or anything, right?
No.
You're not going to try to block him?
I don't want to get into that.
Okay, no, you did that already today?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started with you. So you're a senior.
Yeah.
You've been waiting your turn. This is your moment. Big shoes to fill, a lot of great centers over the years. There's only one person that touches the ball more than the quarterback. Who's that?
Me.
What kind of pressure does that bring for you as a senior, and how do you handle that?
Honestly, I just don't really think about it. I just snap it as fast as I can and go to my assignment. But no, really no pressure with it, minus the long snapping. So, yeah.
So what kind of bond do you have with Ryan? Do you have kind of a special bond being that you have to work directly together with the snap and all the communications and all of that? Talk about your relationship with Ryan Pruitt.
Yeah, we're really close. We went to Texas Roadhouse with all the O-line on Saturday night, but I just know his cadence perfectly. I always know what he's going to say, when he's going to say it, and whatnot, unless he accidentally slips up, or like Cody messed up today, didn't come in motion, I kind of jumped. But no, I have a great relationship with Ryan.
Dadgummit, Cody, what's he doing? Is that what Daniels would say? Dadgummit?
Yeah, probably.
Does he say that in practice too?
Oh yeah, he gets all country boy Southern. It's crazy.
He comes from the country, I guess.
Yeah.
So tell me about living with Alex. He's a big part of your life, obviously, off the field. But I asked him this question. You probably heard it because it's really loud back there. Do you guys talk football at home too, or you leave football at practice and games?
No, we definitely don't leave it at practice and games because,
that's not what we heard.
He kind of coaches against me with Bo, so, every day it's a battle between us. I'll come home and he'll say something to me that'll just get me aggravated, or vice versa, I'll say something to him. I'll pull up a good block on my phone that I had on Bo or something, but he'll do the same thing. So, no, it's pretty fun and just not taking it for granted.
Josh, the last thing Javon, I know you're waiting your turn. I know you're really excited. I don't know if you caught that, RZ, but I think Javon was asleep. Javon, we're going to get to you, but I'm not done with Josh yet. Josh, the last question I got for you is, your mom's a big part of the program too. She's been for years. So do you ever try to escape for football, or do you love that bond that you share with Mom? And talk about your relationship with Amy.
Well, yeah, obviously love my mom. She loves the Bulldog Gridiron Club. Hear about it sometimes, but, she works really hard for it, and we all appreciate what she does for it. She really does a lot. And, as much as I hear about it, we see what all the club money goes to, and it just benefits us, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Shout out to your mom, Amy, and the whole family, football family. So that's a great answer. Thanks for coming.
Ready,
we might come back to you, Joshy, but we gotta wake your teammate up over here. Roll Tide.
Yeah. So always. Just a question for both of you. Dan touched on it earlier. So you're lining up against each other in practice. Is there ever a time where it's like you pancake one to the other and you're like, I got you this time, and then you turn around and pick him up because they're your teammate?
Well, I pancake him all the time, and I don't pick him up. I just play football.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, he's not fun to block, but he's the best nose I go against all year, and that just makes me way more prepared for Friday nights. So
that's a great perspective.
That's awesome.
And speaking of that, Javon, last week you went against some really tough guys. 258 average line. There's some big boys on the right side of that. And the one thing we saw up in the booth quite a lot is we couldn't see who was making the tackle, but at the end when people are coming up, you're laying on top. I think it was 6 or 7 tackles, and you were double and triple teamed. What were you feeling during that game that was – does Coach need a mic?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Wait, can you just say the question one more time?
Yeah, since Coach interrupted us, I'll do it again. So you had 7 tackles last – something like that. 6 or 7. And most of the time, they were double and triple team, biggest guy on the line. What were you seeing, and like what were you feeling in the moment where these beasts were coming at? I mean, you're no small guy yourself. A sophomore, no less. Yeah. Started as a freshman, right? Walk us through what we were seeing last week and what was just fueling that.
Well, always having Bo in the backfield always helps me, but I'm really not scared of anybody, especially because of Ollie. That's a big boy right there. So going against him every day, I'm really not, and all of our own linemen, I'm not scared to play against nobody. I don't care how big or small they are.
That is a great thing to say, actually. I'm kind of speechless right now. And not too many people will say that in the face of really, really tough competition. You just moved up in the ranks. And the last time you were here, by the way, I think we had
food.
We had food out in front. And you, in fairness, you were in a suit and tie, if memory serves me correctly.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah, what gives, Javon?
Oh, Thursday. Okay, you get a little break. We changed it up on you this year. What's your favorite thing about tackling people? Like, what is mentally going through your head when you just lay them out?
I want to hurt this kid.
If you could say one thing to the Sycamore O-line, what is it?
Easy, no bulletin board material. Nope. You put it on a
Nothing.
sheet for him, Chad.
Nothing. I'm showing my hands.
That's it. Show them on the field? Okay, we got it.
Javon, how do you feel about getting double teamed? Like, when you get double teamed, do you feel like that helps the rest of the team, or do you want 3 of them coming at you?
Well, that's the point of my position, is to get double teamed so Bo and everybody else can know what's going on. So it's really nothing new to me. So.
Right on. Love that attitude. What else you got, Chad? Let's let Coach talk about these guys. There's a reason he invited these two. Let him talk about it. Did you want to get more money in the food budget for Yoyos, or?
I don't have the money to be able to feed these two. But no, back to the questions that you were asking these guys. I think one of the things that maybe we don't know enough about them is just how humble that they are, right? Like, this is a kid who does take on double and triple teams because he knows what's best for the team. This is a kid who sat behind a couple other centers and literally waited his turn for this opportunity, and now he's making the most of it, right? And you alluded to the point that he's the one kid that gets to touch the ball on every single play. That's a special thing. And again, we wouldn't want anybody else in the position that he's in. That's how much we trust Josh and being the center and making the line calls and the checks. He's kind of balanced it out. He can go right and he can go left. He's not on a specific side. So again, these are 2 of the most humblest kids that we have in our program who do the dirty work, who probably don't get all the stats or the recognition that they absolutely deserve. And that's why when they get the opportunity to come on a show like this is what I love. I love it for them because, again, because of what they do for our team and our program, they deserve this limelight and had some great answers, even though they're going to take it easy on some people. But, again, it's awesome to watch them battle against each other every day in practice, too. And Josh made an excellent point. They continue to make each other better, right? Like, he knows what he can do well, and he knows what he does well, and they just continue to battle. And one time one guy's going to win, but the next time the other guy's going to come back just as hard and try to compete and get the win that time. So it's been awesome to watch them in practice, and certainly through these first 2 weeks to watch their playing ability and how they are as again, humble and great teammates for our entire program has been pretty special to have 2 kids like this.
So just 2 final questions for both of you. Do either of you have aspirations in any position to go on to the next level?
I'll start. No. Honestly, I'm just enjoying being out there with all my boys and hitting people, really. But no, I just want to make the most of my senior year. So, yeah.
Javon?
I want to, but I don't know which one yet because I'm really good at track too. So it's either football, track, and we'll see where that goes when I'm a senior.
Very good. Well, you got a couple years to think about it. Don't go getting ahead of yourself, Javon. The last question for me is, if you could line up against any other coach and show them what you have, who would it be? Coaches in front of you, you and them, who would it be?
Coach Big Mac.
Did he say? Coach Big Mac? Oh, Bill Mac, okay.
Mine would probably be Coach Turek because he's always making comments to the offense and getting in our face and really annoys me. And, yeah.
I know you're watching Henry at home, so Josh has just called you out. What's your favorite thing? And then we'll close this segment out. What's your favorite thing? We'll go one at a time. Start with Josh. Off the field, what do you like to do? What for fun? Like, what's a hobby or maybe something you like to do on the weekend other than football?
I mean, like hanging out with my friends, obviously. I like weightlifting. Let me think what else. Really watching football. Really got into that recently. Yeah, just stuff like that.
Yeah. You a Bears fan?
Oh, yeah.
Attaboy.
Monday was rough.
Not this week, though.
All right, next question. Javon, same question for you.
I like to hang out with friends and just chill in my room all the time.
You're a homebody?
Yeah.
I never guess that. As long as you got food?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Do you got like Uber Eats on speed dial or what? Or does you got Uber Eats on, or does mom take care of you?
All the time.
That's awesome. What's your favorite meal?
Corn pudding.
Okay, you're talking Chad's language down there. Well, it's been a real treat on that note having you guys. This is always a great part of the show. If you are watching at home, make sure you put it in the chat again. We're going to bring everyone back at the end for the Sidelines segment. You can shoot questions to Coach or anybody on the show tonight. Put it in the chat, though. And with that, we'll be right back. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Sidelines right after the break.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus, enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Hey Bulldog Nation, the Couch Sticker Club is here. For just $5, you can rep the couch and help us keep the show rolling. DM us or swing by Yoyo's during a show to get yours. Join the club, rep the couch.
This week in Bulldog Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School Athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Coach's Couch is made possible by supporters like you. Don't have a business but still want to help? Become a couch sponsor and help us bring weekly coverage of Bulldog football all season long. Contact us at the information on your screen to join the team today.
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
Coach's Couch is proudly brought to you by our 2025 sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Fisher National Bank. Segment sponsors, Jodi O'Malley with J Collective Homes. This week in Bulldog Athletics and the Bulldog Gridiron Club. A big thank you to our couch sponsors, Alex and Amy Giorgio, Lee and Peyton Zaruzin, and a special shout out to our 2025 Sticker Club. Thanks for repping the couch. These businesses, supporters, and fans make it possible for us to bring you Bulldog football all season long. Thank you for supporting the couch. And go Bulldogs.
Okay, we've got a full couch. So much we got to sit on this dump.
Yeah, we got kicked out. I think this is the first time we've ever had like the whole crew.
This is what we're going to do. This was Coach's idea actually, to bring the whole cast back. So we got all the cast members of the show for a segment we call Sidelines. It's presented by Bulldog Gridiron Club. Shout out to Amy Giorgio and
she's
the Bulldog.
over there. We see her over there.
Amy, come on in here in the shot. Come on over here.
Come on in here, Amy.
Amy's going to sit.
President of Bulldog Gridiron Club.
Alex, will you get up for your wife, please? Thank you. Okay, you can sit. Nope, she's going to stand. So let's welcome Amy Giorgio. She's the president of the Bulldog Gridiron Club. I'm putting you on the spot, if that's okay. Sure. Why don't you say a little bit about what they do and what they bring to the program?
Okay, I didn't know I was going to be on here. So the Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-for-profit, and we do everything that we possibly can to support the program for the football players and the cheerleaders. We put on a golf outing in May. We put on the 7-on-7 in July, and the money that we make from that helps fund things all throughout the season. Coach has a wish list that we try to fulfill. The cheerleaders do also. One thing we did this year for cheer was we bought palms and we helped send them to camp. For football this year, we bought remote thingies that the coaches use when they're looking at film. And we just do a lot of things. Tomorrow night we'll be making snack bags for the cheerleaders and the football players because they have a long trip. We just do anything that can help make the experience of high school football and cheer that much better. So we do a lot of things. We do team meals on Thursday night, and this year we've gotten them all sponsored or donated. So thank you so much to so many people in our community for doing that. We do a lot.
You absolutely do a lot. So let's hear for them. How about some claps, boys? Players. The Bulldog Gridiron.
Dan,
yeah,
I'd just like to give a plug to the Gridiron Club.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of last year, they gave us our own little gift bag.
We did.
The old Dan and Chad and Ryan gift bag.
Yeah, and unexpectedly.
I'm not wearing it tonight, but I wear it all the time.
Yeah, we got a 61853. Alex is wearing it, courtesy of the Gridiron Club. You didn't even do that. We love it. We love it. Alex, do you try to use those remote thingies at home for the TV? All the time. Yeah, all right. We missed something earlier with the players. They need an opportunity to tell a story about Coach, maybe roast the coach.
Tell a story. I thought it was ask a question.
It's our show.
I'm sorry, Coach. It's their time. Why don't you start, Josh, and then Javon?
Yeah,
you can go.
so my question is, who inspired you to get your hair cut? Can you take your hat off, too, real quick?
No. A lot of people inspired that haircut. If we rewind to 2008, is when I started to develop this word called stress from high school kids. And every year after, high school kids have been the reason that my hair has been cut because it's been falling out. So people like you two are the reason why I have the haircut that I have. So thank you for that, Josh.
Josh, I don't know if you know this, but in high school, Coach was voted most likely to recede. Okay. Javon, you're...
Time out, though. I used to have hair. In fact, back in the day, it was cool to spike up the front of your hair with gel. There are pictures that I have that I will show you.
I've got one for you guys.
I was going to say,
Where
Coach's mom watches too.
Thank you very much.
Careful what you're wishing for there.
I know what picture. He's going to show you a picture of when I was in 6th grade, okay? I just woke up.
It is awesome.
And I didn't know it was picture day.
Next week on Coach's Couch.
We'll have that next week on Coach's Couch. Actually, in 2 weeks. Javon, you got the mic.
What's your favorite food that Mrs. Atkins makes?
Oh, man. You're going to get me in trouble. There's a lot of things. So she's like really good at making casseroles. Like she does a bunch of different casseroles. My favorite one is probably what she calls a bacon cheeseburger casserole. You put tater tots on the top. Oh my God, it is. For her cooking skills, it is amazing. No, it's the truth. She's a very good cook, but she also has to raise 2 kids by herself during the football season, so she doesn't have much time. She's taking them to football practice and cheer practice, and so the meals that she does cook are usually the casserole type meals during football season, and she does a great job at it, and they're really good. Great question.
We've got one from the chat. Remember, if you're watching live, we need your questions at home for any of these guys on the couch, but Noah Daniels chimed in. We know Noah. You guys know Noah, don't you? Coach Atkins, what's your favorite part of game day?
Ooh. My favorite part of game day. I have many. I honestly love when it's like usually 8th hour in home games, I'll like just go out on the field and pretend that something needs done, maybe take the iPads out or something, but I like just to put my music on and walk the field kind of by myself. That's one of my favorite parts. I love it when we get to walk the field as a team right after our beast lift. That's one of my favorite parts. And then honestly, the opening kickoff, like it's something about the start of a game and me getting to live out my dream of being on the sideline and being a head football coach. It's satisfying every time that it happens. So great question, Noah. But yeah, those are some of the things that I love about game day.
Here's one more question for Alex. You said earlier you don't talk football at home. Would you like to recant that statement?
I don't know what he's talking. Do we talk football? What do we say?
You just always got a comment to say like, Bo beat you here or something, you know?
I say what?
You know what
that
you
Bo
say.
beat you on that play?
No, you know you get into it a little bit.
Maybe I say something. I don't know.
He does.
Inconclusive.
Well, we're about to have an overtime show where we're going to work this out, I think, between the boys. It's been a great show. This has been one of my favorite shows. We don't have any other questions because you guys at home are failing us.
What about the live audience?
We need any questions from the live audience? Shout out any questions tonight. If you're watching at home, we need your questions for next week. Actually, we're not here next week because of homecoming parade. So make sure that you go in. We have another one? Oh, this is right from the director. This is a live show. We've got a hot one. From question to, oh no, that's the last one. Ryan, I need bigger text. I got old eyes. The link, we're going to give this mic to RZ, and he's going to ask the question that has come in on the chat.
We are live.
All right, this one's for Beef. Who is your favorite O-lineman?
Yeah, well, Beef's my nickname for one. Number two, probably, I don't like picking favorites, but probably Ollie, because, I mean, he's just a big old teddy bear off the field, but once he gets on there, I mean, takes over everything and helps me out a lot, so can't complain about that. Sorry, Noah.
Hey, who asked that question, RZ?
Well, thanks, Noah. You got the memo to ask questions, so we'll join us for Coach's Couch in 2 weeks. We got a football game on Friday. Good luck to you guys Friday night. Go get them up at Sycamore. We'll be cheering you on all across Bulldog Nation. That's a wrap for this week's Coach's Couch. We'll see you in 2 weeks.